I honestly feel we've only started to see a little bit more of those in pros. We used to just see insta-lock ghosts, but we are seeing one or two characters and people opt into frenzies here just for a little bit of quicker fire. We'll see a couple ghosts and frenzies on the side of Anime Club, which is a little bit more aggressive, and it looks like it's going to be a quick push on the B here, Simba.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's immediately gets that sonar arrow out and has found that out, which is going to put a stop to that rather swiftish. Jonah's just pushing up this mid, which is kind of uncontested here.
Yeah, it did buy them the ability to just take mid for free, and as that owl drone comes in, they now have that positioning to kind of go wherever they want. The bullets come out though, and Jonah gonna take a pick with that ghost.
Yeah, I mean, Ty backs up so far on that mid and just offers the positioning up, and now we see the bot taking out just under there as Dev finds the second kill as well. Numbers spinning. Anime Club here is Dev will fall traded out. We're in a 3v3 situation now. The spike closing in on A side, but position is looking pretty good for the defense here. Yeah, Legend taking out Nibbler, who had his sight set on that turret. Make that 2. Can't finish the 3rd though, but Smes has his back, and the defenders will take that first round.
You probably shouldn't have opted into finishing out the turret there. Like, you knew it was there. You kind of could probably tell that there was a push coming, and maybe you should have backed up and rotated around there, but that's fine. It's still early. You're going to do that, and we'll see the Astra tie getting set up here. Looks like it's going to be a full save on the side of Anime Club. I think that's the right choice. They may opt into some stuff later, but on the other side, we see quite the broad spectrum. A couple Spectres, a Bulldog, a Judge, and the Ares, so a mixed bag of comfort picks looks like that to me.
Well, you say that, but I'm thinking of it as rank 1 showboating. So this could be something that could bite Sealteam in the backside. If they think that they've got this in the bag too early on, Anime Club may be able to execute onto them. Not yet, however, they are in their full save round, but they are going aggressive. I love this from them. Jay Brown, just the hell wasn't cleared there, and Jonah got a shot to the back of their head there. Just like mice and men execution style, unfortunately.
Oh my, look at the flowers. Just look at the flowers, Simba. They're beautiful. But not as beautiful as Sealteam's execution and defense of B. They're up 5-3, but there is going to be one more from Jay Brown. And it's just the lone killjoy on the side of Anime Club, who's now just in hiding, and she's been found out, and that's it.
I mean,
that's it, Simba.
A site was 4 knocks there. That was insane. Yeah. Unbelievable there.
They rushed it, but they didn't really have the tools to rush it, and they also, a little sloppy. They didn't really clear everything, right? Because you just assumed hell was empty, kind of took that look, and remember, it doesn't matter your rank. Clear your corners, everybody. Yeah. That's how you're going to get yourself alive and go into these next round. But because of that full save, they are going to have the full economy there. They're going to opt into 3 Vandals, 2 Phantoms, mostly armor. And meanwhile, Sealteam's just going to hold this monstrosity of comfort in their hands and just roll with that to give them the economy boost. Why? You don't need to sell it, so you might as well.
Yep, this is a bonus round for them through and through. That makes perfect sense. You want to keep your eco. You can't get away with what you can get away with there. Legend does find the pick with the Judge, so paying dividends to have that jet with the Judge. I mean, again, one of those things you always see in your ranked matches, but now paying dividends. Oh dear, the movement not able to get away here, stuck between a rock and a hard place now. The Sheriff's got to come out, and not looking great. Does Smes has it back and trades out. Smes with 2 with the Ares. Oh my word! Finds that LMG final blow there for them, and Ty holding down mid pretty comfortably.
I mean, the Gravity will put in a bunch of work there, and that's going to be the last one from Ty. And they have the right idea with these pushes. They want to push aggressively. They're going full 5 stack, but they're just really not like committing to it. They're kind of just like you saw it kind of initially there. The double peak didn't really take, and it cost the Phoenix. They just need to commit to this push and actually do it. And they're Anime Club gonna opt into this Sheriff eco round again just to get it. Meanwhile, Legend does have an op, so there's gonna be mids basically now off limits for them. So you have to play quiet around this and keep your eyes open. Mess with the Odin
as well. Oh my word! Just immediately taken out. Yeah. Good word.
And it's worth a note too. The Sova Odin, so that wherever they are is immediately locked down. They're gonna hold down B as these picks come in, and Jay Brown just gonna get another one.
Through the nebula.
Thanks, bot. Thanks, bot. You're number 1.
Yep, MVP goes to the bot there. Dev's got to lock on this, unfortunately. That is just brutal from just under there. Gonna get that blow, and now tree open up here. The op exposed. Gonna be forcing Legend back, but Jay Brown is on the case. Finds 3. Ty with the final kill as well, and this is looking a little too comfortable now.
I mean, they're in their prime now.
Yeah.
They have, they have 2 Vandals. They have the Odin. They haven't really dropped anybody, so their economy's looking great if you're SEAL Team. And hey, guess what? Being Radiant pays off, I guess. But on the other side of the coin, Anime Club does have a couple of tools. They have the Hunter's Fury they can use. They do have Run It Back to get some information. So they have means to get themselves into a site. They just have to do it well. And they have to start making these big plays soon. It's 4-0, and this is still winner's bracket, so you don't want to go to fall down if you can avoid it.
You certainly don't. I mean, we're starting to see some aggression here just be completely cut out. Legend with that ult being oh so devastating so far, as this battle for mid now might be underway as the Jets are about to...
Oh no.
Oh my word, so very close to a shot through the smoke there. Jonah with 2, however, might just be turning this around, executing onto B-side all on their lonesome. Wow. Finally, Nibbler coming through to help out, taking out Legend there, so the ult not available for the defenders now.
1 enemy remaining.
Gonna come through. Jonah finds 3. Can he get the 4th? He just falls short of it. Oh my word.
Incredible. 3v1 going into the retake here, and the one on attackers is going to be a tough spot. They found it out and they're gone. That's going to be the end of that round. And it was a good effort though, right? Like that's what you need if you're going to make them. That's the start of good things. You've taken away their economy. They're going to be able to full buy again and do what they want to do, but you've taken a bit of a chunk out of them. So now you can turn around and come back and put your own punch back into it. You've hit the hook. Now land the haymaker and just start to bring it on home, because now you've got your own Sova with an Odin. You've got your own angles, and looks like they're gonna take this force straight onto A point and just full stack it, Simba.
Ooh, yeah, that is, I mean, aggressive. It looks like we're gonna see some catwalk aggression as well, but I mean, mainly, yeah. So Smeth's kind of wasted here with the Odin firing through the wall as the paint shells come out for some intel. Not gonna net them much.
I mean, you're going to leave the Sova there. Like, Smess is fine there. When they realize that's going to happen, he's going to rotate that shit. I love this aggressive play. Jonas is going to go in with that Blade Storm, and it's just going to be a good spot. But with that lockdown coming out, this is going to be problematic. But there's a great pick.
The right click with the Blade Storm there. There's nothing more satisfying in Valorant at all, as the spike does come down to A-side here. The retake can be available as the Blade Storm just doesn't quite cut it there. Jonah will fall. So Heaven in possession of the defending team, ready for the retake here.
It just looks like they're playing pretty well. They've got the point, and they've got it. It's 4-2 right in this retake. The Showstopper's going to come out also. Fire nothing, but is paid for their life with it, Simba, and the lockdown came in just in time to get him out.
Really did here. So the defuse coming in nice and easy. Oh, the swarm grenade's going to slow that down a little bit by impulsive there. You're going to have the 1 available, though. He finds the 2 tap. That might be turning it around here. Smash just with the Odin. Does find the kill and will be not in time.
Not enough time for that. And Smash a little bit late on that. And hey, you tried. You take the effort for it. But, SEAL Team coming back here. We apologize for that. We did have these. It looks like the names are a little bit backwards, but SEAL Team down 2-4 was a good take from them. So, but there's still a chance they can still win it back. Like they haven't looked bad, right?
Mm-hmm. They certainly have.
No, they've looked pretty good. They've done the best they could, and as we go into this next round, it looks like it's gonna be an eco, mostly eco from the side of Anime Club. 3 sheriffs on their side, so they're gonna make it work. Smeth's just gonna fire that arrow in and just not find anything. Gonna continue to long machine gun to that.
Needs guns when you've got that Blade Storm, and Smess holding on to that Ares just gonna be so very damaging there. Finding that gonna be caught out by the recon bolt though, and Nibbler's happy as Larry to clean that up as the plant's coming through. No time wasted there. The execute onto B, quick as a flash.
Anime team have to retake really quickly. 3v3 here, and with the Killjoys both in place on both sides, Impulsive's looking in a good spot to just lock this site down. As they end up committing that divide, it's going to be even tougher now to push him, but they're going to push, and it's going to pay for it.
The intel there coming out from the turret placed on the other side of the Cosmic Divide just gave the information necessary now. Seal Team in a 2v1 situation. They know where Delve is. They're going to finish him off pretty decisively there. 4-3. All of a sudden, this is looking a little close for Comfort after Anime Club were really running away with it. 4-0, don't forget.
Seal Team coming alive here, and you love to see it. They really are putting themselves back, and maybe they're just not strong at pistol rounds, and maybe that's just not their strong point. Because now that we're in the middle of the war, they're looking pretty good. Legend going to opt into the operator there, and it's going to put a little bit of a pressure onto that B and that mid, depending on where they hold. Meanwhile, looks like mostly Phantoms coming out from the side of Seal Team. Looks like they're just opting for some comfort and close range. 2 Vandals though, so they're looking for a couple one taps too.
And you can see the adjustments. This is really nice from Smash. Just a small side note, how he's adjusting his sonar dart every time he throws it, just to keep anyone who's pushing on their toes, that it's not going to be the same set play every single time here. We see the aggressive push from Legend with that off, and I mean, they've got the mobility as Jet to get away with that sort of thing, but no kills for them, but also out unscathed.
No, and that's fine. They're gonna send the curveball in, try to get some space here. And Bond is gonna take space. It looks like they're gonna fully commit to A, but there's so much utility there, Simba. And they're gonna see it down from Jay Brown.
Jay Brown was lurking there like a puma. Just goes in for the kill, finds a second one. Will be traded out by Just there. Thankfully, Jay Brown's reign was brought to an end as we see the flex ban. They're just so beautiful. Coming through, finds another. Goes for the hot hands though. Thought his job was done, but it was not. Thankfully, the attacker's going to be finishing that one up themselves. And 4-4 now.
Seal Team coming to life here, and you love to see it. They're literally just in their element now. Jonah gonna have the operator. I think they picked that up. Meanwhile, on the side of Anime Club, they're opting into just that eco round, a couple sheriffs. We're gonna see that judge. Hopefully, that gets some value. One of the most terrifying things you could see is a raise with a judge just flying at you. So an aggressive
double
play
satchel
out of that
pack
be,
in.
Yeah, just a satchel pack in, just judge in your face is gonna be terrifying. So if they play this well, that could be a big play made.
It could be, and again, we were sort of relying on this team to know how to execute on set plays, being the underdogs coming in. They certainly haven't appeared to be as we've gone through this series here. The run it back going to be coming through here. Bolt just giving some information. Bad with that run it back, allowed to be just so aggressive. Takes out Dev there, who had the judge, by the way. So that is now missing as Jonah, the op, will be looking for something magical here. Doesn't quite find it. He's getting out of the way, but Jay Brown all the while finds a sheriff kill onto Just here. The site is being occupied. Jay Brown and Ty, however, turning this around. Impulse got to come up with something incredible here. Both around on the tree now. So
2-1, and there's the last one from Legend. And yeah, that's a good thrifty. You're keeping the pressure alive. Anime Club not falling under the pressure there. They'll be rewarded by picking up anything they could along the way. And I mean, we were talking a little bit about it earlier, but the Raze versus the Phoenix, it's tough because each of them has been having an impact in a different way, right? Phoenix has been giving them just a little extra flash, a couple extra shots for, just damage, and they've been really performing well. But the Raze has just been able to pressure out some of these spaces with these paint shells, and there's no clear winner. Both choices look incredibly great here for these teams.
Yeah, and I mean, we just saw how run it back can be so very impactful here. Wait, is this the one time that Smash
he's looking for
bang this? Is this the one time he doesn't do it?
There it is.
He doesn't quite find anything, however, and is compromised positionally. Ban goes with that curveball, takes him out. Will be traded though. Jonah falls to Dev now as this market positioning looking pretty good here from Ty, with the lockdown will come through from Seal Team to try and occupy this B site now, which is firmly in their grasp, but they are playing way at the back of site here. But you can see the lurk just on market ban here. Doesn't quite find the shots, and will be taken out by Legend here.
They have to play back. It's 2v. It was 3, now 2v4, and this recon dart's gonna come out. They're gonna drop the lockdown themselves, Simba. In addition to the Hunter's Fury, they're throwing everything at this big Impulse is gonna get 2. They weren't looking.
Okay, there it goes. Finally, their Reign of Terror going to be put to an end there, but Anime Club played that a little too close for comfort, if you ask me. I mean, Seal Team getting away with a lot more than they should have.
Oh, definitely, but the thing is, they had to commit so much if you're Anime Club just to get that. So, they did force out a bunch of extra utility that they want, and even going into this next round, there's no ults on the side of Seal Team, but there's just the one, the showstopper, for Anime Club. So, I mean, it drew out some utility, right? It drew out some extra stuff, But it wasn't enough as they're back to their full form. There's the Operator, there's the Odin, and we're going to see Vandals and Phantoms across the board. Meanwhile, Sealteam they have to eco this, right? Like, they don't quite have enough. They're going to opt into some Spectres, a couple of those, and try to upgrade as they can. Smash has to wallbang this again, right? Like, has to be looking for this now. Is going to do it. No one's there this time, though, unfortunately. The one time, you know, didn't quite make it. Sonar was going to come out, find nobody, unfortunately, Simba.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, look how quick this execute onto A is. It's just no waste of time at all. The Jonas Judge coming in on top of Jay Brown there with the updraft, pardon me. Getting excited here and sweaty as the Boombot takes out just as well. Legend pushing it up onto Heaven with this op, but the spike is firmly planted, and the positioning now that Sealteam have got on this point, they're just handling these ecos so well. When they know that they're gun diffed, they just go aggressive.
And that's the difference of an aggressive team that is playing well versus, you know, a team that just has economy but maybe doesn't feel confident in it. They're not really feeling those fights. Ban gonna get one, and Nibbler gonna get traded out in response. But
he misses. He goes for the knife. He goes for the knife. The audacity of the man. Jonah still alive with this judge. Alive! Finds one. Won't be able to finish off Legend though. So that defuse just gonna be coming on through there.
No, that's so unfortunate. The tailwind didn't quite pick up to the point where they were looking for. If they'd been able to click that, it would have been a different story. But that's Jet as God intended, I suppose, in some ways, with the judge there looking just to get quick plays, and that's the other option. We're so used to seeing Jet with this op just not really being punished for it, as in Legend. But the other option is you can play her as this fast, effective entry point, and Jonah showing how that works effectively. But it looks like the rebuys are going to come in 7-4. It's not over yet. We're coming to the last round, Simba, and this is all or nothing as we go into this because Anime Club have had a firm hand on this map.
They did, but Sealteam have clutched this back so nicely here as we see the recon dart onto B now, which is uncharacteristic. See the mid push through nice and slow though as the Bladestorm out from Jonah now, just searching for a target. If he checks his left, he doesn't find one. He does, but he double takes. Won't be able to get the final blow as Ty picks up two. The Operator doing work as well for Anime Club, and now Sealteam really battered and bruised. The Skeleton Crew gonna have to make miracles happen on B.
It's not really going to be a likely. Oh, just takes a blind shot, almost gets the Astra there, so close. But it's 2-5, Simba. It's gonna be tough, and they're gonna send in the Bladestorm over through that. What a cheeky shot! Just gonna cheat some shots through the wall, and they have to. You can't continue to push this, can you? They're gonna keep trying to.
I mean, it's the end of it's the final round. You have to go for it, right? Unfortunately, not to be an Anime Club showing up big when Sealteam. We were talking them up in the pre-show. They should have been the favorites coming into this series. Bearing in mind, it's a best of one as well. No second chances for Sealteam if this map goes the way of Anime Club.
No, if Anime Club takes this, Sealteam will see themselves out to the losers bracket where they're not out. They're done, but not quite out. They'll have a chance to fight their way back up, but they have to step up big here, right? Like, Sealteam just needs to turn it around and put themselves into a better positioning, get some team play together. But that's what we've seen out of Anime Club, right? Is just better team play, quicker rotations, and just great plays across the board. Mostly ghosts here, a couple frenzies on the side of what looks like to be Sealteam, and you know, it is what it is. I think they're gonna opt into it just to try to get it as we're looking and seeing these paint shell ready to go. Gonna opt out and just push there to try to push them back.
Yeah, kind of not really wasted time, and you see the space that's afforded Legend now to just get up onto this catwalk, and Jonah was waiting in wait for him, and just takes his head clean off there. So a wonderful set play just didn't quite come to fruition here as Anime Club going to be a player down now. Sealteam looking to hold on to this pretty well as the Sentry takes out the ban, actually taking out two there on catwalk. Ty finally stopping him getting any further, but 4v2, Sealteam looking pretty good on this first pistol round, just holding on and playing it slow, right?
I mean, that's what they got to do, right? But there's just around the corner, and it's already picked. There's one left, and there it is. That's going to get that round, Simba.
Yeah, nice and easy, really, for the pistol round. They're just nice, aggressive positioning for Jonah on the defense, able to get that early pick on catwalk where no one really expected him to play.
Yeah, they weren't just looking. They're just kind of peeking it. We're going to see this kind of amalgamation of options come out on the side of... I'm still questioning as hard as you are, Simba, but on the
Jonah with the Marshall?
on the side, I mean, precursor to the op, that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
I buy that, sure. And Sealteam looking, you know, that's just what they've done in the past, but it is what it is. And meanwhile, on the other side is just full save, gonna just try and give themselves the information they can and save for the next for round 3. Well,
see the Marshall actually playing on main here. We're free firing in, Jonah. You're mad, man. That's a sniper rifle, not an SMG, and indeed he will be taken out. That being said, he paved the way for the rest of Sealteam to find frags here. This just is gonna layer in the damage with the Ares as well. As soon as that round started, it was over. Sealteam catching up here, 8-6.
I mean, they're putting in some good work on this defense. Like, yeah, good on them. They're looking good. They're bringing it back, and it is what it is. They're just coming in. They're going to go into full assault rifles there. 3 Vandals, 2 Phantoms, pretty par for the course. On the other side, kind of again this amalgamation. You know, looks very savvy, but there is 1 Phantom from Ban. Probably just because they picked it up, right? Like they had to have just come into that. That seems out of place there.
I believe so, but honestly, not entirely sure here as we are seeing, like you said, a sort of amalgamation coming out from this team, sort of playing it their bonus round, if you will, but not quite. It's a little interesting as Boombot just sent down A for some info here and some spray and pray from Smash. Jay Brown taking out Jonah straight away. Jonah's been falling pretty early in a couple of these rounds, either getting a frag or getting out-fragged at the beginning of these, maybe playing a little too aggressive now as the opposing team privy to what he's trying to do.
Yeah. Seal Club going to rotate in, but Anime Club just going to rotate back here, and I don't think they're aware. And now that they figured it out, the rotate's going to come back, so they're spreading out. The recon dart, second recon dart is going to come out, and not really find anything. So they're going to try to swap this to B, and someone's been spotted out.
No, I actually thought that was going to be a fake. I thought that was a really clever fake. If they all stayed on mid and then rotated back to A, that might have just given them the edge to execute onto A site. But no, they are committing to B and just default through main, just coming through. So if Nibbler can get this sonar dart quickly, he might actually find it
30 seconds left.
Set up. And he's very, very cute. Legend is spotted out by it, but finds a pick themselves before they go down, and trading out might be all they need to do. Legend will fall here. Nibbler also finding a pick. He's been so prevalent in this series. Finds the third. The plant's got to come through now.
10 seconds left.
There's no time, Simba, and there's pressure now. They just play the point, and there it is. I said they didn't even have to run it, but all they had to do was play the time, and they could have stopped it. That's all they needed to do.
Oh my! I mean, I can't believe that.
Yeah, incredible defense from Sealteam. They're really on their way back up, and this is, you know, Ascent could be considered a defense, you know, advantage map, but they're turning it. I said could, like, you never.
Yeah. Not as much as some other maps, but certainly. I mean, it also comes down to individual strategies and what you've got planned. Coming in, they might feel more comfortable on the defense, and certainly they're appearing as though they are.
Yeah, Sealteam going to default into their pretty comfortable spots here. Meanwhile, it's going to be the Sheriff Eco buy for the side of Anime Club, and that seems right, as mid just kind of giving up for free here, Simba. They're just going to kind of give that right away and split up the team. So if they can isolate here, they're in a better spot. There's buy out some of the utility. Oh.
Okay, so
close.
Alarm bot baited out. Legend managed to clear cat and tree. So that's some good information gained. After not really doing a whole lot of anything. That's gonna, you know, sort of help them out as they do go for this, just finding that opening pick.
But one goes down. Yeah, but now they're fully committed into pushing A because they see that there's pressure there. And while there's still 2 on, he's gonna go down. Jonah is gonna take him down with that op, and the push has to come in. It has to be good, but he's gonna get a second Simba.
He finds 2. Jonah's absolute maniac. No. Ty's gonna, you know, finish him off as Legend with the Bladestone gonna find a pick of their own. Nibbler with the LMGs all series long finding a pick, and the Owl Drone coming out for that intel onto Ty now, who's a little battered and bruised down here in hell. Owl Drone's surely gonna find him out here. Yeah, that is perhaps not the best time to poke there, kid. Ty gonna get absolutely shredded by Nibbler there, tagging with that Owl Drone. 8-8. We've really got a game on our hands here.
I mean, and that's why you give Sova your Odin, right? Because in the there's just the ability to give so much information to the team, be it through the recon, the owl drone, and then even if they are in a bad position where it's 3 or 4v1, with the Odin, they can just kind of free fire at a bunch of bullets, and if you're lucky, they trade 1 or 2 out as they push. So it's kind of a good defensive countermeasure. You can leave them alone on site, whereas your Killjoy can kind of like free float and pressure out with those nano swarms. It's a thing we've kind of seen grow over time, and as we go into this round, we're going to see Jonah just keep still looking for the shots as the recon dart comes in, and it looks like a curveball coming out. Simba, nothing there.
This is aggressive. This is aggressive. Ban does find a pick, but straight it out immediately. That being said, just goes all the way over to Tiles. Finds a pick of their own. 33 HP, gets away. Wall bang by Smess, gonna finish him off. And I mean, with 20 seconds into the round, there have been so many casualties. Jonah, with the op in hand, finds a pick of their own, and the Cosmic Divide comes out as well. Oh my word! Jonah with a backstab! Legendary behavior from the op player! Finds a third! Jonah going absolutely crazy here on Ascent. Takes his team to the lead, 8-9.
All right, I'm gonna admit it. They claimed they were very high in the ranking, and with play like that, I would absolutely buy it. When you hit 3 and 4 with the operator like that, yeah, you flex a little. You earned it, Jonah. Yeah, you absolutely earned it.
I mean, you know, for lack of a better phrase, the balls to go for those shots was unbelievable. That is the kind of cojones you only get from someone who is 100% sure of their own ability.
Oh, 1000%. And those early, as the Killjoy gets set up there, they're going to try this one way again, and it's going to get immediately blocked by that jet smoke. And it's just going to be run it back to figure out and get some information on the side of now they know what's up, but Nibbler going to get one Simba, so there's trades back and forth here.
Yeah, 4v4. It seems like both these teams are very good at being aggressive when it comes to their pushes. They don't want to waste any time saying up for anything. Jonah once again just takes a peek like it's nobody's business. Ty will finish him off though. So the menace, Jonah, is finally taken out, and we're in a 3v3 situation. All of a sudden, the attacking side have slowed down.
That was really a big pick there.
Yeah.
And Bond going to pick up the op here and try to carry on the legacy. But if the defense can continue to just make shots like that, or just try to rotate to where Jonas isn't at the time, they may find themselves an advantage. They're going to try to rotate through mid here to be met by this Killjoy. They haven't seen it yet, but this is going to be tough as the alarm grab is triggered. Here and the showstopper comes out, Simba.
Oh, they didn't even need it in the end. I mean, Smess takes him out as we do see a push from CT coming in from the defenders now. Something special going to have to happen in a 2v3 situation, but a lot of enemy club here actually not on full HP, so going to be a little difficult for them. Ban's going to have to step up to the plate on this Phoenix, and market pretty well covered from Ty and the Sheriff, who's been really good with the Sheriff so far. Oh!
I mean, and now it's 2v2. Bond just going to come in and try to make this difference break down, though, so it's going to be a tough.
Last player standing.
Justin looking to make an advantage there and take it out as the pink shells come in. Simba, the wall's just going to come up, buy some healing. There's time is of the essence, though. This flame is just not going to be enough, Simba.
Surely not. No, indeed it isn't. A well-timed swing from Dev just finishes off Ban here, and my word, are these two teams pretty close now. 9-9.
This is you said it earlier. This is a banger of a game, and it's a shame this is only a best of one. We might see we might see one of our overtimes. We might see the first overtime here of the day, but we'll have to see. As it looks like it's going to be full buys across the board. You know, Odin's on Smess and Nibbler, so this is going to be full buys. Opt Jonah, and you have to play around Jonah there on that operator. You just have to be aware of that. Otherwise, your push is going to fall apart.
Yeah, not only as him on the opposing team, with him on your team, he should 100% be your win condition. He should be what you're setting up to succeed in as many situations as possible. Ban getting some pretty good info there, actually, that seems to over A. Mainly, though, to be pushed. The updraft to get away from the Hunter's Fury. Caught in it once is Jonah. He's all right, though. 70 HP to work with here is the Killjoy ultimate. Gonna be destroyed here. Jonah with one. With that Ty executing onto A, though the rotation is quick. They've taken some damage, but they're happy to rotate.
That's their go button, right? They're now set up. Astra, Ty and this Astra's been able to set up with the well, there's one under, and you can hear the Odin going off, so their time is running out. They have to get the spike down if they want to maintain this position, because there is an operator and an Odin waiting on the other side. Impulsive just gonna get one to bring it 4-2 as this comes down, and Impulsive gonna drop that lockdown here on this retake.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting move to throw the lockdown in as well. I'd slight overkill potentially, but as I said, that Smes found an opening pick, so perhaps not. Jay Brown is on a flank though, but he's got to hit the defuse quick, and he's got Odin's looking at him. Yeah. Oh wait, he finds two. He finds two. The stick not coming through, but an operator to deal with. Jonah, who has been the anime hero for SEAL Team.
If he just keeps
and
biting
Jay
the time,
Brown,
though, he wins this.
No, he gets him. He clobbers him with the classic to get the round win. SEAL Team really feeling themselves here.
The Herculean efforts were denied, unfortunately. If he had played it a little bit longer, you know, the spike was half done. He could have maybe bought it out, but incredible efforts from both sides there. What a round, man. It looks... No, SEAL Team opting into double judge here, probably because they're looking to get Jonah the op. Like, someone obviously was able to buy that for him and keep the pressure up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's their win con here, is just giving him that, and they'll pair that. But that's interesting because they have the Bladestorm. They could have ecoed that. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's going to be Phantoms, Vandals. You know, I respect the tenacity of that. I mean, Bladestorm on top of an op is always a better spot, but who?
Here we are. Yeah, I mean, it is still a half buy for Anime Club as well, which means that you can yourself go for judges and just you know, play that half buy yourself, which makes a lot of sense.
You want to keep yourself in the game and not totally out, given your economy, and it's fair. Like, it's just it is. But it seems like, Simba, we're gonna have a little bit of a dramatic pause in our hand as we look at this 10-9 map. So I think as we're getting our production end just back online, we'll be hanging tight, and you should hang tight as well.
Absolutely. We are going to take just a short break whilst we get this dealt with. Don't go anywhere. This is quite the barn burner of a series. We'll see you on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But let's go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for bearing with us here. We should be ready to rock and roll shortly with what has been quite the series so far. Indeed, we are in on this round. We are already jumping in, and I was just going to mention his name, Jonah. Finding that op kill has been an unstoppable force at the moment for Sealteam.
And just having these sight lines of mid is able to control so much. And sitting on this 3v5 at this point is just going to make it even harder, because even if you want to rotate, now you have to spend all of eternity doing so. You're going to give it up, and now they know the rotation's coming in, so Sealteam going to rotate and get ready. Anime Club going to throw in the Nano Swarm and just kind of prep with what they've got to go in, and it's not much, but they'll make it. Oh, never mind!
Oh, my word! Smets just watched his friend be absolutely decimated by Jonah there with a third final blow. This man cannot be stopped through the nebula. And that, if not a metaphor for how this man has been operating on a different ethereal plane this entire series.
You know what? I was a little questioning that decision to just give up elsewhere to give him the op, but 21-7, I think, is a fair reason to give this man an op and let him just go to town on everybody. But now they're going to slowly get the rest of the way. They're going to opt to keep some of their smaller stuff, the Spectre, the Judge, and that's fine. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's going to be that eco sheriff push with the Judge. Maybe just try to get an effective couple of quick picks and do that as the nebulas come down. This is going to be tough. At least they've cut off Jonah's sightlines, though.
Yeah, Jonah is good, but this is not normally, if you know what I mean. We're going to see the Blade Storm committed here. Jay Brown with a clean headshot onto Ban on this mid-rotation here. Smash as well, taking out Jonah, a really important pick, and all of a sudden, this execute onto B site looking very good. They've just got to deal with one more member, and the Blade Storm going to be dealing with that just fine. Smash will be traded, but all for naught realistically when you think about the number advantage now. 4v2. The spike's going to be planted right now.
Oh, that was not the time to try and send that nebula up, unfortunately. Legend never really getting to pull the blades from the clouds, but hey, you take it. And that puts Anime Club back in 10-11, not quite match point. You're still time, but it's going to give everybody the chance to full buy here, and you can kind of see it. They're not going to be able to get Jonah the operator, so they're going to have to figure out what their plan is here on the side of Sealteam. Meanwhile, on the side of Anime Club, they're opting into mostly Phantoms. That one operator from Legends, pretty standard part for the course. But without the op on the side of Jonas, it's going to be tough to win this and hold this out.
Yeah, this Sheriff is going to have to do a hell of a lot of work in comparison to Legends op. But I mean, attacking with the op always going to be more difficult. You don't get to just hold the sight lines. You have to be active with that sniper rifle, which is always going to be a little bit more difficult as Catwalk heavily covered here by Anime Club as they're pushing up, trying to really keep Sealteam in check. Owl drone out for intel, going to be coming down, and Jay Brown going to duck down. The op going to cover him quite nicely. That looked like the lockdown.
Yeah,
going to be invested onto B side.
Okay, I'm not sure about that. I guess let's try to keep the pressure off. Boombot's going to come out too, in addition to the Nano Swarm. So they're going to try and pressure this out and get the full advantage of it. But is it going to be enough? Paint Shell's coming in, doesn't really find anybody. And they're committing everything, Simba.
Wait, if you see the long flank there, Smes actually covering that. The plant will come down there. Ty, who also invested their Cosmic Divide, by the way, whilst that lockdown was active. So really throwing everything in to try and execute onto B. The Cosmic Divide still up, and just on that B main, going to make things so difficult. Finally, it does go down. Jay Brown, though, the immovable object, finds 2. Anime Club, strength in numbers now. 5 bullets available for Jay Brown. Turret spotted him out, though. That's the intel they need to push him. Impulsive finishes him off and might be on their way to finishing this back. But Legend and Ty just Sniffler now with the world on his shoulders, not going to be able to do it. 11-11. My goodness, what a series.
The weight of the Odin on their shoulders, not enough there. And it's into this moment. This is it. This is pushing into the match point, into overtime here. If we keep passing like this, we're going to go to OT, and we have to see what these teams creatively come up with, because Sealteam look like they're going to opting into the eco round. Meanwhile, Anime Club, because they came out on top, they just have the ability. So Sealteam needs to clutch this up. And I mean, if you can manage an operator, you can manage a sheriff, right? Like that's the idea.
That's the theory.
That's the theory, anyways. But Legends no slouch out with that operator as well, and they're going to commit really early.
Oh no!
He gets immediately punished.
The gravity well, it's the shot. Beauty, poetry, and the aggression from Sealteam. punished immediately here. The showstopper sent in as well, and that Nebula actually keeping Impulsive safe for now. Thought they cleared it out, but they hadn't. Van and Impulsive finding a pick, but Legend looking just as good as Jonah on this op. Now the location revealed here. Oh my word, Dev through the Nebula. Gonna be finding that pick, and Jay Brown going to town once more. This 12-11 Anime Club coming from the rear to match point.
Yeah, and this is a tough match point because Anime Club winning the last couple of rounds has kept their economy up. They're in a good spot, but they Sealteam thankfully saved. You kind of gave that up, so that's fine. Now they're going to be able to give Jonas that op, and now their win conditions back in play, right? They're going to be able to kind of hold this middle ground and try to force them to slow down and decide where they want to commit to. And it looks like Anime Club's ready to full commit to B, baby. They're ready to swing this.
Yeah. You sent this over to A, maybe just to give
wall bang and intel. No, wall bang and for and fake, I think.
Yeah, it's got it. Well, you say a fake, but now Enemy Club really showing their hand. That was a shot through the wall that actually damaged Nibbler there. Did catch him, which is pretty inconsequential damage, but might come to bite them later on in the round.
At this point in the match, though, every point of HP helps because you're just going to need it in these points. If you're on almost match point, if you're enemy, you're on match point if you're enemy club. Like, every single moment matters, so they're going to rotate here to B, and hopefully they're going to be able to fix that counter rotate. I think they realize it's coming in, and Bond's looking ready, hiding behind that plant.
Oh, Ban just not holding that position. He realizes no one's coming through tree, I suppose. He can sense the A main push. With this operator in hand, Legend gonna have to get something done. The lockdown coming through, and it's gonna be Legend to open up this angle. Sonar dart gonna be revealing the location of Dev. Just couldn't block it though. Jonah finding Dev here, so ops still available. Impulse as well. Sealteam maybe clutching this on back. Ty throwing in the ultimate as well. Nibbler clutching back. Smash going back and forth here. The defenders win it, and it's 12-12.
We're going into overtime, so the great use of the Cosmic Divide to try to shut out the operator.
Overtime.
This is overtime, so this is going to be win by 2. So this is still gonna be super clutch here, and they'll have the ability to buy pretty much anything, and no ops available. They're gonna be able to buy pretty much anything but ops. So arguably Sealteam may be at a slight disadvantage, but I don't think that's gonna matter. It looks like they're all just gonna opt into pretty much what's comfortable to them. Nibbler opting not for the Odin though, just kind of looking like they just want to do a push with that only Phantom and the rest of Vandals there. So this is gonna see what's happening. No ultimates on board for either team either. So this is a dry fight. This is gunplay, and this is gunplay and intuition, Simba.
And intuition saying to Sealteam, go to A. You can see a lot of them stacked up over there with utility already laid down for the defense. Going to be holding positions already planted firmly here. A quick execute onto site. Ban taking out Jay Brown here as the util just comes down. A ton of it committed onto site here, including the paint shells as well. Shock darts galore. Flame walls coming in, and the plant's through.
Well, they've done the hard part. They've got the spike down, so now there's a win condition at least if you're a SEAL team. So 4v5, they're in a better spot, and they have the intel. Meanwhile, there is a Killjoy lurking a long way, but Jonah just going to set this off with a pick, and Nibbler going to follow it up and just...
One enemy remaining.
Soul disaster strikes in a team ace. I was going to say flawless, but it was in fact a team ace for Sealteam. That is not ideal.
Match point.
Anime Club gonna have to come up big time going into this to keep this alive and to keep them from the losers bracket.
Yeah, no one wants to fall here, and this would be a heart-wrenching moment to have to fall to the losers bracket, but I think regardless, you know that there's still a way to win yourself back up, and these are definitely some strong teams, so if you can fall here, maybe you can come back and see them in the finals, Simba. Nothing too interesting. More Phantoms on the side of Anime Club, though. I'm sorry, on the side of SEAL Team. So it looks like they're just going to try and play a defaulted kind of spread. Meanwhile, Anime Club looks like they're going to set up and push A really hard here.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Both teams have sent the Killjoys to lurk on mid. That's just an interesting Okay, no, we're gonna see Anime Club reconvene. Sort of thinking about it, pushing as a full 5.
Out of charges.
Yes, indeed, they are gonna do that. They make sure it's not really letting them all that much. A double satchel in, however, from Dev, wasting absolutely no time. Gonna go clear out Hell, and they have that under control, so we might see an equally quick plant coming through here. As Sealteam not gonna be able to stop this one.
They will, but they do have control under Hell, so they do have the option to kind of fire up and play into it, even though they're at a little bit of a disadvantage. It's still going to be tough as it's 5 on 5, no real kills yet.
Look how low Ty is,
but
though.
Impulsive fall! Impulsive gets 1, and Justin gets 2. They get
Oh,
3
that's
for
2,
Joey.
and Ty's got no HP. 1 member remaining here, caught in Hell. The defuse is through. Sealteam execute like the military precision that they are. Anime Club just ain't the protagonist of their own story here, and Sealteam coming out with the W.
A rough start.